Hey everyone! Welcome back to the Native English Podcast, brought to you by Native English Stories, the place where real conversations help you grow your English naturally. I'm Sarah, and I am so glad you're here with us today.
And I'm John. Let me just say something simple right from the start. If you're listening to this right now, you're already doing something great for yourself. That matters more than you think.
Before we dive in, a quick reminder. If this podcast helps you feel more comfortable with English, please subscribe and share it with a friend who's also learning. It genuinely helps us keep these episodes coming.
All right, so Sarah, how was your morning today? Give us the honest truth.
Haha, my morning was okay. I woke up a bit late, made a quick coffee, and told myself, today I'm actually going to be organized. We'll see how long that lasts.
A quick coffee and a small promise. I think a lot of our listeners know that feeling all too well.
Definitely. Mornings are funny like that. A mix of being sleepy, feeling a little hopeful, and being slightly rushed all at the same time.
My morning was pretty similar, honestly. I picked up my phone for just 1 minute, and then suddenly 10 minutes had disappeared completely.
Ah, the famous just 1 minute. That minute is very dangerous.
Very dangerous indeed. And that's actually connected to what we're talking about today.
Yes, because our topic today is morning routines and how you can use them to improve your English. We want to talk about real mornings, not the perfect, beautiful ones you see on Instagram, but just the real ones.
For many learners, the morning looks like this: alarm, phone, rush, work. And then you say, I have no time for English. We want to show you a different way, something small, calm, and realistic.
And before we get into the actual routine, we wanted to share a bit about how we approach each episode here.
Right. We always speak in simple, clear English so you feel relaxed while listening. But at the same time, we gently add a few stronger words and phrases in each episode so your level slowly grows.
When we use a more advanced word, we'll stop, explain it simply, and use it in a real sentence. That way, you always feel safe, but you also feel like you're stretching yourself just a little.
It's like a gentle stretch before exercise. You enjoy the conversation, and quietly, your English starts to move forward.
Does that kind of approach really work, though? Just listening to simple English with a few stronger words mixed in?
I think it does. It's not like magic in one day, but it's a slow, steady change that you really start to notice after a few weeks.
Slow and steady because it's easy to keep doing, right?
Exactly. It's small and realistic. You don't have to change your whole life. You just listen to one calm episode and add one tiny practice. That daily rhythm is what moves you forward.
Now, while you listen today, try to notice one new word or phrase that feels useful to you. At the end of the episode, ask yourself, what did I actually learn today? Then try to make one simple sentence with that word. Say it out loud or write it down. And if you're feeling brave, share your sentence in the comments. We love reading them. We really do.
Your support helps our small podcast grow and helps more learners enjoy English in a relaxed way. Okay, let's get into it. The morning routine to improve your English.
So, Sarah, why the morning? Why not evening or lunchtime? For me, the morning is like a blank page in a notebook. Nothing is written yet. Your mind is fresh, the world is still a little quiet, and your phone has not started filling up with messages yet.
Yes, it is like the city is still waking up. Fewer notifications, fewer people asking for your attention. You have a rare moment where nobody is really disturbing you.
And how you use that blank page can truly set the tone for your whole day.
When we say set the tone for your day, we mean those first few minutes decide the feeling of everything that follows, like choosing the first song in a playlist. If you start with something stressful, the whole day feels rushed.
But if you start with something calm and meaningful, even just a short English routine, the day feels different. And if you do this again and again, it doesn't just help your English. It quietly changes other things too.
Do you know any real story where a morning routine actually changed someone's English?
Yes, actually. I think of a listener named Claire. She works in customer support for an online company. She finishes late, and by the time she gets home, she's completely exhausted. Her evenings are full. Tired body, family, some social media, no real space for English.
Wow. I think a lot of people know that feeling.
She told us that every night she promised herself, I will study later, and later never came. She felt guilty and honestly a bit overwhelmed.
Overwhelmed. Like when your brain has too many browser tabs open at the same time. Work tab, family tab, messages tab, and then you try to open an English tab and the whole system slows down.
Yes, exactly like that. So one day, Claire said, okay, my evenings are chaos. I will give my mornings to English instead.
Interesting. So what did she actually do?
She did not start with some big, complicated plan. She just set her alarm 15 minutes earlier. On the bus to work, she put on her headphones and listened to a short English podcast instead of scrolling through her phone.
Same bus, same time, just a different choice.
Yes, after 1 week, she added one more small thing. When she arrived a few minutes early at work, she opened her notes app and wrote 3 simple sentences about her morning in English. The bus became her little English classroom.
No fancy desk, no perfect notebook, just a seat by the window, some headphones, and a small promise to herself.
And she was being intentional with her morning. When we say intentional, we mean she wasn't just moving on automatic, she was making a real choice every day.
Did she feel a change?
Not in one day, but little by little, she noticed she could speak to customers more smoothly in English. She did not panic when someone spoke quickly.
Little by little is like building a wall with many small bricks. You do not see a big change every day, but after some time, you look back and think, wow, I actually built something here.
Exactly. Small steps add up. That is the key idea. Small steps add up means that many small actions repeated every morning over weeks and months eventually become something very big.
You do not need the same job or the same bus as Claire, but you can take the idea. Choose one part of your morning and call it your English time.
Now, let's talk about why mornings matter so much. It's not just about having free time. It's about the version of you that wakes up. If you grab your phone immediately and stay in bed scrolling, that lazy, distracted feeling often follows you into your whole day.
It's like starting the day with junk food. You can still get through the day, but you don't feel great inside.
But when you wake up and do one small thing with purpose, like 5 minutes of English, that positive energy travels with you.
It's like putting a small but strong battery into your morning. It keeps you going in a better direction.
That's why mornings are powerful. They give you a quiet chance to decide who you want to be today.
Okay, so if someone is listening and thinking, I like this idea, but what do I actually do in the morning? We can keep it very simple.
Yes, think of a morning routine like a small breakfast for your English. It has 4 parts: listen, speak, write, review. You don't need a big plate, just a few small bites.
I really like that, a small breakfast for your English. So what's the first bite?
Step 1 is simple. Listen and English. We know the natural habit. Alarm, unlock phone, open social media, and suddenly 15 minutes are gone.
Yes, very familiar.
Instead, imagine this. You put your phone on the table, make your tea, and press play on a calm English podcast. Same phone, different button.
In the morning, your brain is like a clean sponge. It hasn't touched the stress of the day yet. Whatever you give it first, it soaks in deeply.
So, if the first thing is English, a story, a real conversation, something calm and interesting, your brain holds it better than at the end of a long, tired day.
And it doesn't have to be a big study session. You can listen while you brush your teeth or make breakfast. That's what realistic means. It fits inside the life you already have.
Realistic means the plan is possible for your actual schedule and your actual energy, not a perfect version of your life, the real one.
And when your ears are awake, it's time to wake up your mouth too. Step 2, speak out loud.
Many learners say, I can read, I can understand, but when I have to speak, my brain just stops.
It's like watching people exercise every day, but never moving your own body. Of course things feel stiff when you finally try.
Morning can be your small gym for your mouth. After listening, repeat a few sentences or just talk to yourself for 2 minutes.
You can say quietly, how do I feel today? What do I need to do? What's one thing I'm happy about? When you speak like that, you're not just learning words, you're building confidence.
And the nice thing about the morning is nobody's watching, nobody's judging. It's just you and your voice, a very safe space to practice.
Even if you make mistakes, especially if you make mistakes, that's how it works.
After your voice, wake up your thoughts too. Step 3. Write in English.
I like to think of writing as cleaning your mental desk. All your thoughts are like papers scattered everywhere. When you write, you start to put them in order.
In the morning, you can write just 3 or 4 sentences about your plans or how you feel. You don't need perfect grammar. The goal is to think in English, not to impress anyone.
This kind of writing is very mindful. Mindful means you're awake on the inside, not just the outside. You're noticing your thoughts instead of just rushing past them.
And often after writing, you feel a bit more refreshed. Refreshed means your mind feels lighter and cleaner, like you opened a window in a stuffy room.
I like that image. Now, step 4, review what you learned.
Learning without review is like buying new plants every day and never watering the old ones. The new plants look exciting, but they dry out quickly.
So in the morning, take just 5 or 10 minutes to look again at yesterday's words or a phrase you liked from a recent episode.
That's how you become consistent, not by learning 50 new words one day and then doing nothing for a week, but by touching English a little every single morning.
Consistent means you build a rhythm, like brushing your teeth. You don't brush for 1 hour on Sunday, you do 2 minutes every day. That's what works.
And with that rhythm, English stops feeling so heavy and difficult. It becomes a normal, quiet part of your daily life.
Now, maybe a voice in your head is saying, "This sounds nice, but I genuinely don't have time in the morning."
And we really understand that. Many of you have children, long journeys to work, early shifts. Life is genuinely busy.
But sometimes "I don't have time" really means my time is already full of habits I never actually chose on purpose.
Maybe you can't wake up 1 hour earlier. That might not be realistic right now, but maybe you can find 15 minutes. Maybe you keep the same coffee but change what you listen to. You keep the same bus but change what you do on that bus.
When something is truly important to us, we usually find a way to make time for it. We do it for series, games, scrolling. We can do it for our future too.
And your English is part of that future. It's not just a school subject, it's a door you're slowly, quietly building.
There's also this idea that only naturally talented people become good at English.
But when you look at real success stories, you actually see a different pattern. It isn't really about having a special talent.
It's about discipline and simply showing up. The people who grow the most aren't always the smartest people in the room. Often, they're just the ones who quietly kept going when things got boring or tough.
While others were scrolling mindlessly, they were listening for 10 minutes. While others were just waiting around, they were writing 3 simple sentences.
It's like tiny drops of water. Over time, those tiny drops can eventually carve through solid rock.
That's exactly why small habits create big futures. It doesn't happen in a week, but after a year or 2, those small morning choices turn you into someone completely different.
And why put all this effort into English in the first place? What's the big why?
Because English is like a key. It opens doors you maybe can't even see clearly yet. Better jobs, travel, new friendships, and content from every corner of the world.
Maybe for you, it's finally understanding your favorite podcast without subtitles. Or maybe it's feeling confident in a meeting or writing a strong message to someone important.
English gives you that calm feeling of "I can handle this," and that confidence gives you the courage to walk into new rooms and grab new opportunities.
And the morning is a wonderful time to build that key. The world is quiet and your future is listening.
So if we put everything together, the message is simple. Don't throw away your mornings. They aren't just getting ready for work time, they are building your future time.
Listen, speak, write, and review, even if each action is very small.
These small actions, when you repeat them, make your days feel much more productive. Productive basically means your time actually did something good for you. You feel like that was worth it.
And your mind feels more refreshed, too. You don't have that heavy feeling of quiet guilt, thinking, "I didn't do anything for myself again today."
Your life won't change in just one morning, but it will change if you use many mornings in a new way.
And we're really happy to sit with you during those mornings. Whether you're in your kitchen, on the bus, or maybe still under your blanket, we're here and we're glad to be part of your English routine.
Now, while you were listening today, maybe one specific word or phrase felt interesting or useful to you. At the end of this episode, ask yourself, what new word or phrase did I really take away from today?
Then make one simple sentence with it. It doesn't need to be perfect, it just needs to be yours. Say it out loud or write it down somewhere.
And if you're feeling brave, share it in the comments. We would genuinely love to read it. Your sentence might even help another learner who's listening.
Also, check out the pinned comment below. We've shared a tiny morning challenge there to help you get started tomorrow.
If you enjoyed spending this morning with us, we'd really appreciate your support. Like this episode, subscribe to the Native English podcast, and share it with a friend who wants to improve their English in a calm, realistic way.
Your support helps us keep making these conversations and helps more learners turn their mornings into English time.
And tomorrow morning, when your alarm rings, maybe you'll remember this episode. Take one breath and choose one tiny English action. Listen a little, speak a little, write a little.
Small steps really do add up.
And we'll be right here, walking with you little by little.
This was the Native English Podcast. I'm Sarah.
And I'm John. Take care, keep going, and we'll see you in the next episode.
Bye-bye.
Bye.